Welcome to episode 9 of my RBS 3. I've got to now attach the serpentine to the top of the sculpture, and that will allow the balls to then make their way down to here, and then we've got to decide where they're going to go. The first thing that's going to happen will be an element that will be a switch, so it will be a flip-flop right-left switch. So some of the balls will go off this way and then some of the balls will go off this way. So I need to make that and mount it probably between these two uprights. Where it goes and what it does over here, I don't really know, and likewise when it comes around here, pretty close to the edge of the sculpture already, so it will come around quite tight and probably definitely go under here and go off and do something perhaps around the back. I do want a second switch as well. That will give me a total of 3 different ways down to the bottom, and I also want to do a ball gathering system where 1 ball, 2 balls, 3 balls join each other before getting released and run down as a kind of set of triplets that kind of go down to the bottom of the sculpture in a row, a bit like a roller coaster train. I've left this area here free from uprights on purpose because I want a great big decreasing horizontal spiral here, because I really like those, and the 3 balls chasing each other around here will be really nice, and the bottom of that will lead into whatever system I design and create to load onto the chain. I quite fancy a vertical helicoil, so that might be at the back in one of the corners or even around here somewhere. And I quite like a half loop or a full loop. Half loops are quite good because they take up less space, and full loops are quite difficult because you've got to drop the ball really quickly and have a lot of speed before you can make it around a full turn. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to start by fitting the serpentine to the top of this, and we'll see where we go. Timescales for finishing everything, I have no idea. When I first started this project, I thought maybe there would be 15 video episodes, and I kind of sketched out a rough plan about what each one might be, but we're on episode 9 and I've only done 1 element at the top so far, so the ones I've mentioned, there's at least another 10, I'd say, maybe more, I don't know. Depends how many times I undo things and redo them. So that's enough talking for now. Let's crack on with the episode and get on with the soldering. So here's the first flip-flop. One of the key things is this central bar, and that allows the ball to tilt the track to the right or the left. So I've left it quite long at the moment, and I'll cut it off probably when I fitted it onto the sculpture. And on the underside I've got a piece of tube, 3mm tube with a 2mm hole, which means a 2mm wire can go up the inside in that one. Sometimes if I decide that I do want 2 elements on the same sculpture, then it makes sense to make them at the same time, because that way they're more like twins and they will actually match and look good and operate in exactly the same way. So there's my 2 finished flip-flop switches. So I've quickly made the next part of the track, and this will take the balls off to the left or the right. So let's see how this can go. So I've got a little collar that I can slide on and solder that as a stop. This is just soldered on down here. And then I'll put the switch on, and then another collar here. So that will stop the switch moving this way. And it will be allowed to tip like this. And then all I need to then do is put the tracks underneath in line. This is a bit in the way, but I might need to move that out of the way a bit. We'll see. It's nicely in line this way, so as the balls come down towards the camera, this will flip and flop either side. I've now got the collars fitted and the switch looks like it's going to be fine. I've extended a little bit of this copper here and put another track joiner in, and I've got the exit track kind of set up and some tooling at the moment. So I'm going to give it a little clean and then it will be ready to test. Time for a test. Here comes the first ball. And the second ball. Yes. I'm so pleased. It actually works. Great. I've got 2 elements on there, the serpentine and the first flip-flop switch. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and I'll see you next week on RBS3. Bye.